Hello boys, I is Kiliyoshi and you're watching my 100% playthrough of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle for the Nintendo Switch. I should mention this is not Donkey Kong Adventure, this is the main game. We left off just doing 100% in World 1 and also getting all of the challenges unlocked. I think I showed you before in the previous video. You could always check that if you're interested. Be sure to watch my full playthrough, and the link is in the description if you've missed anything. So, I've gone through a lot of switching of the character setup recently, and I've been kind of confused what to honestly do next, but I think I finally figured out a comp thing, and I think I'm just going to use that now before I forget. I was actually going to just use Rabbid, Mario, and Peach together. Not Rabbid Peach, actually, this time. Regular Peach. But anyway, can't remember if we did this puzzle yet or not. So I'm gonna go in and do it now. I still have time. Oh yeah, we definitely haven't done it. So, we'll get Icicle Golem, and I guess that also gives us the ability to get a weapon. I completely forgot this when we went to Server Desert. I didn't think that we could grab this right away, so I guess we missed the weapon collect. Oh well, it'll end up being kind of bad. Anyway, that's fine. It's not like we need a fully upgraded weapon. Oop. Be nice if I can actually grab the coin here. Now, I'm not sure if this is that is going to be used for a lot of the battles because, for the most part, I'm actually going to try to keep the same bells, but I do want to still alter what I use. Okay, so that was a weapon for Luigi. Since we were supposed to get that after 2, though, that's probably bad. But anyways, you're probably wondering what I'm even doing to trigger this to happen. Well, I decided to change the way I do the route. This time, I'm actually going to explore around all of the world or whatever as one whole video now. So this is just gonna be me collecting all the chests now. Yeah. But I am also gonna change my chapter setup. I'm gonna use what I believe is both my stand. Oh, actually, kind of interesting. Is this like a bouncing change, or do they block you from using because you can't do that stuff? Interesting. I was gonna use a AJ with Yoshi, but apparently using 2 damage dealers, according to this name, is So apparently these 3 people are here. The game doesn't like you using 2 of them, so you just can only use 1, but that's fine. I'll just go with Rabbid Peach in that spot then instead, since it's not going to really matter. But yeah, I haven't used Yoshi yet, so I'm going to finally use him for a little bit and do some world exploring with him. But first I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back. Alright, so anyways, after what happened before when we had a big problem with doing World 1's cleanup that one time or whatever, I've decided to kind of change the order in which I do these kind of cleanup stuff. I've decided that I'm going to do pretty much all of the cleanup, or as much as I can of it, together. And then try to chain together and do all the challenges at once. which might actually be more efficient, honestly, than doing any other strategy. To save time and having to go around and doing some other stuff. Anyway, yeah. It also gives me a chance to finally use Yoshi, the actual Yoshi, yeah, full chapter now. So we get to see how powerful he can be. I'm kind of surprised they don't let you use two damage dealers together. It's like this game knows that they are so broken that they don't want you to use anything else. There we go. We're kind of just pushing the blocks into the water to create a path for later. Other than that, though, yeah. Since this is technically considered part of another set, we're going to do that. Anyways, honestly, though, the main reason I'm walking around with Yoshi now is it gives us a chance to have us to hear Yoshi's various phases, yikes, or whatever. Whenever we go into a cannon or a pipe. So, our DS some pretty cute noises he makes in this game, which I think is nice. Anyway, enough of that. So we got those chests over there. The main thing we're going to be doing, and yes, I don't speed up or cut to any of the chests in case you haven't noticed already. I like to do everything without cutting it out because that's just the way I roll. Because I always worry that if I go too fast through the areas, people might miss where all the chests are. Get to all of them. Anyway, I do have a check thing that I'll do at the end to make sure that I've gotten everything before the challenges, and then I will go back and do other stuff. But otherwise, we will be doing the secret chapter as well. Actually, the main reason I used it with this comp was to do that. I initially was going to use both Luigi and Yoshi at once, but apparently they kind of thought of that being in cheat, and they forced us to use our characters. In fact, from the looks of it, they forced us to use one of the Rabbids and one of there's on their team. Apparently they don't like it when we use exclusively Mario characters. I think that was specifically added by Nintendo, most likely to ensure that you had to use a rabbit at least once. But I guess we could just use both of the Yoshis. I might actually just do that instead. But I'm walking around with these characters for now. So out of the I think Rabbid Beach is still one of the best, so I feel like just I can walk around. You know what? On that note, since I do want to do something fine, and the game does apparently let. Yeah, see, that I get it now. So when you pick another Mario character, you can't use a second one on your team. That makes more sense. So I can use Luigi and have Yoshi on my team at the same time, so I can only have one or the other. But it will let me do this. I just have both Yoshis on my team, so I figured, let's double the fun. Just have both Yoshis on my team instead. I need to probably do this at least once, because, yeah, if you've already noticed my channel name, I really like Yoshi a lot, so I feel like I have to do this at least once. So I decided I'm going to do this full chapter, and maybe even more, with just both Yoshis. Probably will have to change it, depending on if I take too much damage from things or not, but I know this comp As funny as it is, it's probably decently good in certain battles. Egyo Yoshi in particular does a lot of damage with his attacks, and Rabbids Yoshi is like an alternative tank, pretty much. I'm surprised I remembered to go in the site, because it's so easy to forget. Oh yeah, you might have also noticed the heavy coin total. Yes, because I am including weapon buying as part of 100%, I did do some coin grinding again. I'm kind of hoping from here, though, that I will just have enough coins to buy all the weapons. But turns out I won't. That's fine. Anyways, kind of seen this chest puzzle thing before, but now we actually get to use it. This is also the first time I get extra power orbs. Save time on the video, I'm not going to use them until after the chapter is over, because that would take forever having to reload it every single time that I do it. By the way, starting at World 3 again, I'm actually gonna stop doing the gold challenges for a bit, because I think you might have only slightly noticed that they don't actually award any orbs, so there's no point to actually completing them early until the end. So we're actually going to do them as like the very last thing we do after collecting pretty much all the other orbs. I mean, they'll be like the last bit of cleanup we do before we finish 100%. Kind of a weird way to end chapter, but what can you do? Sorry, something happened, but I'm fine, I'm fine. Anyway, if we fire ourselves back to here, we can actually get back a bit faster. Really, that other way doesn't have much of anything. I did do a premature run to check and make sure that I wasn't missing anything. Oh wait, yeah, that's where we come back from the iron world. Yeah, I'm confused. Alright, we go this way now. Now we are going up to the mid-boss area. And yes, I am definitely recording. Sometimes I forget that I'm recording, and that can sometimes be messy, but yeah. It's fine, we are recording. Alright, then. Yeah. But yeah, the main puzzle, and this is probably the more annoying part of this area, is the fact that we can't really get to all the spots right away by just pushing down them. We have to go and manually find each statue where it's located, grab it, and then place it on its pedestal to actually get all the chests, and that's very tedious. You could have technically done this by immediately returning to World 2 after finishing it, but I saved that for a bit later because I wanted to also do the challenges at the same time. So it I ended up with a little bit less orbs than I usually do, but that's fine, honestly. I don't care because we ended up goaling most of the chapters anyways, except for 4-5. By the way, I did do some better checking. In fact, I can't actually replay that chapter until I beat the game, but then there's already some other stuff I can't do without beating the game first, so yeah, I'll have to finish the main game first before I can do that. Honestly, I'm not gonna care if I don't get golden anymore then in chapter 4-9, because if I don't get 4-9 gold in the final battle, I can just redo it again later when I might be forced to anyway. The ultimate challenge to get the ultimate weapons a lot, and then I can pretty much just end the video with that. To confirm that I've gotten 100%. I'm gonna actually go and do this part first, because this one I did forget before, and this was probably the most obnoxious thing. And you're gonna see why. I think there might be a few people angry at me on YouTube, because I did not know about this until later. You have to go all the way to the right to find a random red spot that spawns in the middle of literally nowhere land. You wouldn't know that that switch is there. And then you actually have to go through and do the maze. And it's surprisingly tight, too. To hit all these chests just to get the other stuff. And I would have had extra power orbs if I did that. So I was 10 power orbs. You wonder if I was 10 power orbs short for a while. Well, now you know I missed that chest. Yeah. To be fair, though, like I said, I didn't really focus on collecting my chest from my blind playthrough that I did before. Because I think I mentioned, this is not a full blind playthrough because I have done some of the game already before when I first got the game. But otherwise, not much else. Yeah. I initially thought you had to, like, do some teleporting thing between the two statues, by the way, but yeah, no, you don't have to. You just need to get, both two statues, one on each of these pedestals to make it work, and then you can actually do the puzzle properly, and it's not that big of a deal after that. Other than that, we kind of have to push this block around the side here. Get the L switch, then this blue switch. Get different chests every time. Anyway, yeah. Honestly though, I'm not surprised I missed a chest, given this is only like my second time now trying to set up 100%, so, yeah. It's also one of probably the more trolliest chest locations in the game. The game never tells you about the switch. You pretty much just have to wander aimlessly around the area until you randomly see a red switch appear. It's to be in a precise location too. If you don't know to look there, you will just miss it easily, like I did. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this new kind of setup of how I do the challenges, because I feel like we could save a lot of time from not having to rewalk through other stuff, because especially after what happened before, it'd be nice to be able to go for the other challenges more easily. I'm actually a bit worried, because I don't have AoE for this part anymore. I said I wouldn't use extra AoE before the battle's up, so I'm gonna continue to do that here. Alright, so this battle actually looks like an intimidating battle, but you can actually just do this and make it very easy. Though I would like to use Xiao, feel like it's probably more cooler to just just kind of whack them all with the hammer and move them. Yeah. So we can kind of see what Yoshi can do. He has Aviator, which is basically an upgraded version of his super damaging ability. And he has an effect that actually makes, that is basically similar to what the other enemies did, those bucklers from before. Also, we can see how his ground pound does. So he basically, whenever he does attacks, he will automatically do some attack subs. And he has a setup to guarantee that you critical someone, so yeah. It's pretty easy. But the right setup, he's actually playing Vulcan. I think they probably set up the having to use a Rabbid, at least one Rabbid character in your party, with the idea that you might do it. What's funny is they let you use 2 Rabbid characters just fine, but they don't let you use 3 regular Mario characters instead. Anyways, this chapter is very, very similar setup to what we've probably already seen quite a bit. The first chapter was just a weakling chapter, and now we actually get to face the mid-bosses again. Except with no mid-boss music for some reason, because, well, yeah, that is a thing that we have to deal with. Alright. Should probably actually look where everyone can go first before I move. Alright, now I'm gonna move Rabbid Yoshi over here, and I'm gonna have him actually focus on AoEing these enemies down. Jeez, I almost took those guys out right away. I'll go ahead and use this first. You could also see there's 2 radiuses for the ground pound for some reason. One of them is simply just to hit the enemy. The other is to do more damage. So there's 2 different ranges you can get depending on the segment. You also need to be somewhat cautious when using this. Because of this, Yoshi will typically be moving first in most of the battles. Also, I'm actually gonna use... There's something surprising. I'm actually going to use this explosion because I realized Mario does not have a way to use that safely and battle, so we get to finally see this rocket launch he is. It's very weak early on, particularly when Red Luigi had it, but Red Yoshi actually does really good damage with that weapon. I can't do a combo with now answers, so I'll just go ahead and attack this enemy. Oh yeah, that's right, that got set to be a guaranteed attack because we got a crit on him, that's right. Alright. The rest of the turn should be fairly straightforward, honestly. There's not a lot that can really go on. Yeah. I see how Yoshi does have enough range to get through that, but Mario can move just fine. That actually kind of changes up my final one. I was gonna have one air turn not do anything, but I figure it'd be better probably for Yoshi to just move. Anyway, yeah. As you already noticed, Yoshi's main weapon is the same as Rat Yoshi's, which is the Gatling gun. The only thing really annoying about this battle is the fact that this guy will like to retreat if you don't know him fast enough, but that's fine. We also got a crit, so it doesn't really matter. But if we didn't take him out, he would attack us again and probably retreat. It's actually part of the reason why I moved Mario up a bit closer, so that his heal shot could reach them. And from there, yeah, we're done with that. We only get 15 orbs from doing that, but I figure we may as well get this out of the way early, because it also gives us some golden weapons, which is just cool looks for the weapons mainly. They're not actually that good. A lot of this was actually designed around the idea that you would do the grid chapters pretty much immediately after finishing each other chapter, because they're only somewhat more difficult than the regular chapters, so they're not actually that bad. Anyway, we're not going to do any of the village challenges yet. Instead, we'll use this thing right here to give us 2 more chests. Yeah, pretty cool. And orbs. Yeah. Okay, those orbs are really good that we collected from before. But we still have a few more chests to get. So we're not done with exploring this world fully just yet. Honestly, I think just doing it this way might make the... Assuming I don't have to go throughout the world too much like I did before, I can make this work better. I think part of the problem with the first world reprogression is we did have that crash earlier on, which stood time, but I figured that is triggered because of just random things that happen, and also seems to really be apparent in the challenges. So for that reason, that's actually the main reason why I changed my query about a bit, because I wanted to do all the challenge stuff too. And for this reason, as tough as it is, I will not be doing any challenges by just walking up to them, because the risk of crashing is just too much, and it honestly wastes not that much time to just go to the washing machine and do them later. So yeah. Other than that, we get another one of these puzzles, which we've practically already seen like 50 dozen times already. Where we go over, find a statue, pick it up, and bring it to its pedestal to get a chest. That's kind of the idea of this world that you have to do to get all the chests here. Yeah. Most of our raid chests are just museum stuff and aren't actually power-ups, unfortunately. But that's fine. We did get 20 extra power-ups for finishing that secret chapter, so yeah, that was pretty cool. Sorry if it's happy upstairs. The family's just moving around, but it's fine. Everything's fine. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, anyway. Pretty much almost done here now. I think to save time with the unlocking setup, if it turns out I missed a chest ever again, I will come back. I will not show myself walking back to get the chest thing. Instead, I'll just show you. Believe Ava is the fastest set to go to get the chest done, and then I just kind of follow it. Anyways, I think there's one more over here, if I'm correct. Otherwise, there might not be any more after that. But you can never be too sure of yourself, so of course I'm checking to make sure. Anyway. Yeah. By the way, I honestly do not understand what they do with that first chapter. Even with the second rig setup, the first part of Chapter 1 is super easy to do in one turn, but if you don't do it in one turn, that's where the problems arise. But since we were able to do it in one turn, it's kind of an easy battle. Just kind of doesn't really belong in a series of battles. The fact that you could just walk up with Mario and use the hammer to pretty much guaranteeably defeat all three of those bucklers immediately just makes it so easy. You don't even have to do much stuff. Just doing that is all you need. Yeah, I can't remember. And yes, in case you're wondering, I can't remember exactly if there's a... You know, that triggers this. Okay, you know what? Now I know I'm done. Because, usually the boss areas, or at least the first two that I've checked, don't have any chests in them, unfortunately. So, I'm going to leave this area now. So now I have to go back here and check to make sure that we've gotten everything. There we go. Okay, looks like we did do it correctly. So with our setup, we're looking for 3 green check marks on each world that we do it this way. If we see that, that means we've gotten all the chests pretty much. Or I guess maybe the chest needs to be check marked and the secret chapter needs to be check marked as well. But otherwise, yeah, once we have those up, that's signaling that we are done with the chapter, which means we can just exclusively do challenges now. Alright, well, I did say I would do some extra damage thing, and I kind of forgot to set up our characters, so let's start doing that. I do want to still kind of make Mario all around there. So now that he's pretty much done with all the stuff that I wanted him to max on the other end, I'll just buff Stomp, range, and damage, I guess. For Rabbid Peach... I'm gonna keep what you have right now and add a 3rd dash to you for now. Now we have heal max, we can kind of just build whatever I want with him, or whatever. Then for Rabbid Luigi, he still needs to finish off his full vamp damage. Once that's fully maxed, we could probably do something else. And eventually I'm gonna have to start just naturally giving everyone Golden Shot Plus. I kind of didn't touch on that talent much because it's a mostly useless talent that doesn't actually do anything to impact your damage. The use of it is it's straight up is very helpful for coin grinding exclusively. Anyway though, we are starting to get a lot more orbs, so pretty soon we'll be unlocking most of the stuff, whereas before we weren't unlocking nearly as much as we should. Oh yeah, that's right, Luigi had a setup to change to something else, so we need to rebuff his itchy feet up again. I'm gonna wait for Mega Itchy Feet then on him. If I need to use it for a battle, I'll just switch him back to that build again. Probably have to do that because there's probably gonna be another Toad battle. Other than that, Rabbid Mario's gonna maintain the mixed build that I had for him, except I sacrificed a little bit of his initially to make him a tank, but now he's gonna be exclusively a full dash damage dealer. The fact that he can do 100 damage to multiple enemies at once means he also could just destroy enemies by just exclusively dashing them, and it's really cool. It can work really well. I guess, though, the file boss probably won't let us dash, so I assume I should probably turn the high-powered dash off. Okay. If I give Peach this, she'll have the full team jump pretty much max, so we'll that first. I'm gonna actually keep her Golden Shot Plus. It's nice to have at least someone that has that ability. And then, probably from here, we'll buff exclusively her protection, cooldown, and effectiveness, and then range. To continue to make her into a tank. You kind of have two different ways you can build Peach, pretty much. You can sacrifice a lot of having this and healing jump range and just go for this and just maxing protection and health to give her a lot of tanking power because she has a lot of health, so she's a really good tank. Anyway, Ryoshi, you're gonna get the one ability I was looking for before, Outer Shield. Taking one less turn to recharge. And I'll finish maxing your movement. I will not reduce the cooldown of that, because Scarity's been kind of useless for the most part. I think it's mainly supposed to be used to flip shielded enemies around on purpose, so they turn their backs and then you can hit them from behind, but we haven't really been using that much lately. Yoshi, I kind of buffed his range a little bit with Super Chance, but I think he already has a good enough ground pound, so we're gonna actually reduce his Egg Beater cooldown first, and then buff its damage, so that it does as much damage as it can, because I think Egg Beater can be really good. So that means we could start using that. Then, weapons. Oh yeah, Ryu got a golden weapon. That's not gonna be really useful, unfortunately. This one already is good. We have the retro weapon for Yoshi, so we'll be using that pretty much. Then I have this for him as well. Alright, well, what's the next step I want? Well, Rabbit Peach is still nearby. I should probably finish upgrading her fully. Then Luigi will be next. Okay, except Luigi is already fully upgraded. Well, since he is already fully upgraded, and also I forgot to re-equip Mario's weapon. I actually had weakened it because I was worried that, because yes, I was doing the grind that was based off of the one you see in World 1, which I kind of showed you that if you want to look at that, but I'm sure you could probably check YouTube. There's a really cool video that uses Rabbid Mario and regular Peach to just grind a bunch of coins really fast by making everyone drop a bunch of coins, and then you kind of just collect them all, and it's really good. It gets you like over 10,000 coins an hour or something. It's ridiculous. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not being silly. It looks like I already got most of the weapons already. That's right. I think I grinded before to buy them all, so now this is just preparing for when I get new weapons. But anyway, that's fine. Sorry, that took a bit longer than I thought, but believe me, I wanted to do it like that because, yeah, I'm pretty much done here. So, yeah. How do you like that setup? I think it was a lot easier to just do the re-looking through all of the worlds once, although this won't always be fast. Some of the worlds are actually take a really long time to explore, of course. Given we're not going to be doing much battles in them, they won't take as long to explore as they did initially. But anyway, in the next video, we will probably go to a washing machine and do the challenges for World 2. Oh, nice Mario. Okay, let's try that. Alright, this instead. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.